My fam, what is going on? Welcome to a brand new video. As you can see with that little montage, we are in Cabo, Mexico. We're here at the Secrets Resort. This is actually our second place we're staying at. So the first place, I'll let it roll right now. So Beast, if you're watching this, thank you so much for sending us out here. Really do appreciate it. All right, so I totally forgot. I mean, you saw the thumbnail, but I will say that the reason why my wife and I were in Cabo is because How to Beast sent us there. So there was a competition that I did about last summer during August where he flew myself and 5 others to Austin, Texas. At his amazing place down there, and we did a whole day of challenges. It was mental, physical, just all over the board. And it really, and after the grueling competitions, your boy won a trip to Cabo.
Dude, I knew it all along, baby. Let's go.
Man, that was a good dad. Congratulations, bro. Michael, the first ever champion of Beast Nation. You ready to hear the rewards, the treasure chest?
Oh yeah, let's bring it on, man.
You're gonna get an all-inclusive trip to an exotic resort in Mexico, the title belt of the first ever champion of Beast Nation, the next Edge lifestyle clothing drop we're gonna do. You're gonna get it before it's available to the public. And we may or may not throw in a special one-on-one item that is exclusive, owned by you. Drop a comment, maybe we'll do more of them, maybe not. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay beastly. Boom. Perfect, bro. Thanks, bro.
So just wanted to thank you, How to Beast, again for sending us over to Cabo. Amazing time. And now back to the video. My wife and I are having an amazing time. In this video today, I wanted to actually answer some commonly asked questions that are given to me all the time when it comes to running a social media marketing agency. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer these questions to the best of my ability. And again, this is coming from someone who's just been involved in the space for 2 years now. So I can only share with you my personal experience and what I've gone through as a business owner so far. So again, I will do my best to answer these questions, and you can always take it with a grain of salt. So the first question I want to answer is, why is personal branding important for entrepreneurs? Super good question. So it's really important because now, especially now in 2025, a lot more customers are getting smarter. As far as like psychological, they don't like to be sold to. They want to be able to like, know, and trust somebody. They want to be able to create some type of relationship with them, especially before they make like a larger purchase. So really, really important to establish a personal brand, especially when you're selling a product or service. With this, just know also that when it comes to having someone know, like, and trust you, it also builds something called authority. Depending on the type of content you share, people are going to see you on a higher level, and you're going to be able to attract more of your ideal customer or client. To make a personal brand just unbreakable is to create video content. I've created tons of videos already talking about that, talking about detailed strategies and blueprints on that. So make sure to hit up one of the playlists up here. I will say that creating consistent, great video content is just really going to expedite the process as far as building a strong personal brand. So next question is, what are the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make with personal branding? I would say the top one is that people don't even start. Like, they question everything. They're afraid of being judged. They're afraid of people talking crap behind their backs, and they don't even get started. So you have that first set of people. The other set of people are analysis paralysis. They keep planning, and they create all these cool little diagrams and figure out what type of content they're going to create. They buy their equipment. They hire their team, they do all these things, all these planning, but they don't ever press record on the camera. So I would say for sure the top mistake is that people don't have the courage to start. The second mistake is that they don't have any direction with their content, meaning they don't know who they're talking to in their videos. Especially when you're starting out, the most important thing that you can lock down and dial in is the exact person you want to attract with your video content. It's super important to know that when you're in the right direction starting out, the less likely you're going to make any mistakes down the line. Obviously, you can pivot every now and then. When I started my content creation journey, I started in fitness, then went to golf, and then now pivoted towards helping others create better social media content. That's life. Things are going to happen. You're always going to pivot. But when you are starting out, make sure that you go all in on that one viewer that you want to attract. Next question. How do you differentiate yourself in a crowded market? Crowded. I don't really believe in, I guess a lot of gurus call it saturation. I don't really believe in that because, especially with social media content, it's getting bigger and bigger. You're getting more consumers every single year. And it's just like TV, right? Everybody has their favorite TV show. Everybody has their own taste and flavor when it comes to liking whichever TV show or movie or things like that. One of the biggest things is staying consistent. That's really going to differentiate, because you have people that start out strong, first 30 days, first 60 days, and then they don't see any results, and then they just stop entirely. Really proud to say that, especially some of the clients that we work with for like over a year, coming up to 2 years, they're still going and they're still staying consistent, which is why they're starting to get the recognition now in their craft and in their industry. Don't get me wrong, there's gonna be times where you'll see results right away, awesome. But more times than not, on average, you're probably not gonna see any results within the first probably 8 to 12 months. And another key thing is the way that you deliver your content. This is something I'm trying to improve on as well. You see a lot of my short form content on YouTube and Instagram. It's a lot of the talking head stuff. And I'm really starting now to plan a lot more each short and make it a little bit more like telling a story. A lot of the larger, more successful content creators that are out there right now are starting to get to this point where they're not just sitting in front of the camera and talking, but they're actually being more intentional with their video content. So they're really telling a story with their content. So you have like the intro, the rising action, the climax, and then the end, right? That's kind of like your basic breakdown of a script or like of a story. I would say definitely those two things is really what's going to help you stand out from the crowd. I'm going to take one question from here in the beautiful, I think it's called like Balanjra. Another common question about personal branding is the best platform. Really just depends like what your strengths are, right? I mean, you may be better at doing a video, you may be better at writing, you may be better at the audio word, so doing like a podcast. It really just depends on how you want to deliver your content. For me personally, I think video is the most powerful tool to use for personal branding. We're going to stay on that course. And I truly believe, as far as consistency go, being on these two platforms, which is YouTube and Instagram. Reason being, especially if you're trying to generate any type of lead, conversion is the best on YouTube and Instagram by far, because you have the direct message feature. It's just easier for someone to get a hold of you when you have a service. If you are selling like a physical product, like I have a client right now, they sell physical products, so they're utilizing TikTok the most because of the TikTok shop, things like that. That's when I would basically add TikTok into the strategy. But as far as creating a personal brand, something that you're going to be able to create familiarity with someone, I would definitely say YouTube and Instagram, because you have the best of both worlds. You have the evergreen content, which is on YouTube, meaning you post a video and it's going to show, or it's going to be relevant even years from now. It doesn't have a short shelf life. And Instagram, I love it because, one, you have the stories, which can nurture your followers even more. You have the direct message feature where you can create a connection and start passing over your lead magnets and the other digital tools that you have to your followers. And it has the short form content as well, which is going to get the people in the door. It's going to give them a little taste of what you're about. And then the long form, boom, that's when you establish the firm connection with them. Cannot tell you enough, guys, how beautiful this place is. So like right now, back at home in Vancouver, it's like snowing. It's like 35 degrees, bro. So, and it's right now 76. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Anyways, gonna get a nice massage right now. So I'm amped for that. I'll see if I can film inside. If not, I'll see you on the other side. Oh my goodness. I am fully refreshed. That was amazing. Unfortunately, I couldn't take any video at all. They wouldn't allow cameras in there, but oh, literally 29 out of 10, baby. Let's go. So I'll put this tripod style for now. I have another question. So what's the best way to build credibility as an expert in your field? Really just depends what industry you're in, right? I would say, let's just say, for example, if you're trying to build credibility as an expert, like as a business coach, right? So the way I would strategize it is I would do a ton of videos of you working with clients, so like a Zoom call, in person, and also speaking at events. So on a panel, at workshops. Those are really good ways to just really uncover your unique strategies that you use to get results for your clients, right? So that's just like a really good behind the scenes look. I'm a firm believer in behind the scenes content. Major reason is that people or viewers are loving seeing like the raw organic style. Not really like the prepared high quality stuff, but more of like the behind the scenes, like sneak peek of how like a product or service like operates. If you're like in a service-based business, definitely go all in on the behind the scenes stuff, working with clients, working with your product, speaking at workshops, seminars, things like that. And then in addition to that, I would say that a lot of the content should be educational. So you can still make educational entertaining. You want to make sure going into that type of video is be like, okay, what is the big idea that the one thing that you want to focus on when making this type of content is like, okay, what is the big idea of this video that I want to share with the viewer? Based on that big idea, you basically have these tentacles that are like, okay, I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about that, the body, have a strong call to action to it. But it's going to be centered around the big idea. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to inundate the viewer with so much information. You just want to be centered around one thing, but at the same time have actionable content that's connected to that. Another question is, how can entrepreneurs use storytelling to strengthen their personal brands? One thing that you can do as far as using storytelling is talking about your origin story. So talking about like where you started from to how you got to where you are now. So we've been using this type of content with our clients. It's been doing well. And one of the biggest reasons is that when people are starting to get to know you, they want to see like what your journey is. People are always going to respond positively to stories, especially like stories that have obstacles, have struggles, and then you just overcome those obstacles and struggles, right? So that'd be one suggestion that you can use, is doing an origin story. Next thing is doing testimonials. So talking about a client or customer you've helped through your product or service, talk about where they started from, what struggles they faced, they met you, and then what results they got, right? So that's super powerful in itself, because it's really going to show that your unique product or service is helping them. It was kind of like the savior for their struggle. And then now, because of you and your product or service, they're now thriving and having great results. Another question, how do you balance promoting your business versus personal content? Man, probably get this question a ton. Is like, oh, should I have a personal page or business page? So it really depends on who you ask. If you ask me, I'm always gonna say go all in on a personal brand or page, especially when you have a service-based business. Reason being is that one, it's very easier to manage. You don't have to worry about blending, things into your personal, your business life. I mean, you keep everything just in one hub. And two, you're building a personal brand, dude. So it's like the personal brand is what's gonna drive the business. Your face is what people are gonna see and connect it with your product or service. So it just makes sense to just go all in on a personal brand. I understand that you need like a business page, especially on Facebook when you're running ads, things like that. But as far as like sharing, like say you have a family, sharing things about your family, sharing things about, for me, I'm super passionate about sports and fitness. So there's times where I share things like that. As long as most of your content revolves about what you represent, your mission, and then also like what you're offering, you're fine. If I were to put a percentage on it, I would say that 90% just be connected to your mission, and then 10% can just be about, other personal aspects of your life. So some personal ones. The first one is, who is your favorite YouTuber? Man, that is tough. I would, it always changes like every quarter, because it's like I watch so much YouTube, and there's just new creators I discover, it seems like almost every week. But I would say that I'll just give you a top three. So the first one, How to Beast, definitely love his style of videos. Just love the way he does it. He's basically the reason why I started YouTube in the first place. Oh man, number two, I would say, this is tough, dude. Number two, I would probably say Joey Machio. I hope I said your last name right, Joey. So he's a pilot / fitness athlete. Super cool content. I mean, he shoots a lot of raw vlogs, and it's just the way he carries himself on camera is just very interesting. So I definitely put him at number two. Man, number three, damn, it has to be a golf one, because I love watching golf. I'd probably say Bryson DeChambeau, dude. Number three, love his stuff. I was a good fan for the longest time. There'd probably be like number four, but number three, Bryson DeChambeau, because he's just extremely creative with a lot of his videos, and like he just has a charisma. He has it all, man. He's like, if I could put like the perfect YouTuber who has like the charisma, the creativity, and just like the all-around amazingness of a YouTuber, Bryson DeChambeau would be it. At number four, good. Number five, Hermosi, just because the business content. I probably, I put Alex and Layla like as one. So like number five. So, oh yeah, I wanted to add that number six. Dude, it was supposed to be top three, but dude, top six, screw it. Nick Bear, man. Love Nick Bear, BPN. Love his channel. And another personal one, what are your goals for 2025? Great question. So 2025, really kind of just, before I used to make like a long list of like goals and stuff, and this year I just really want to keep it simple. So I'll just give you like a top three. So number one is basically bringing Praise Media to a 7-figure business. So really trying to put some systems in place to make that happen. Number two is to sign up for either a marathon, so a half marathon, or a High Rocks event. So I've been really getting into a lot of High Rocks stuff. Watching videos, I haven't done the workouts yet, but I will shortly. But yeah, I would say that's number two. So sign up for a half marathon, High Rocks event. Or the number three is to get a Cybertruck this year. I always have to toss in like a material goal into my goals because, yeah. But yeah, that's top three.
Anyways, that is it for the questions. Thanks so much for submitting it, guys. And if you have any other additional questions, be sure to comment down below this video. All right, guys, we're going to enjoy the rest of this phenomenal vacation. If you watch to the end, you're a real one. We'll see you in the next video. Stay praised.